Let us talk about one of the most recurring conversation in synthetic indices trading. Time and often you see people asking, how do I control my risk in synthetic indices? How do I trade the right lot size? How do I know what I'm risking? And all of those questions are like, yeah. So controlling risk in synthetic indices is quite simple. It's just that maybe some people are not informed about it or don't know how to go about it. Yeah. So prior to you executing a trade, after your technical analysis, there are certain things you must ascertain before execution. So you must first know where to enter. After your technical analysis, you must pick an entry spot and exit. Now your exits are 2 points. One exit if your probability is wrong, and one exit if your probability is right. So if your probability is wrong, you exit at a loss, and that will be your stop loss. If your probability is right, you exit in profit, and that is your take profit. And then after ascertaining your exit, the next thing you are setting is your position size. You determine your risk, you are setting your position size. So if I'm going into this trade and I want to risk $20, what position size should I trade that if my technical analysis is nullified, that I will still lose just this specific amount? So you need to ascertain all of these. So your entries, your exits, and your position size, so that you'll be able to control the outcome, the downside outcome of that trade. And prior to your execution, you always want to have it in your mind. I always don't look at it from just the point of percentage or something. Once you're going into a trade, just think of it. One of the easiest way to do it is this. Just think of it in monetary terms. Like, I have X amount of dollars in my account. Let's say, for example, $1,000. I have $1,000 in my account. How much will I risk that will be comfortable to me in my own terms? So let's say for you, per position, $50 risk is enough for you. So you have that $50 risk. You have $1,000 portfolio and you want to risk $50. We are thinking in terms of money now, not calling it percentage or something. Just straight terms of money. So if you think the $50 is too big for you, then what is comfortable? Let's say maybe you think 30 is okay by you, fine. You have $1,000, you want to risk $30 per trade, then fine. Now, if I'm going into this position, how will I be able to just size this position so that it will hit just maximum loss of $30 if I am wrong? So you define the risk by money, and once you define the risk by money, you implement the right position size, and this is the easiest way to control and manage your accounts and control your risk in your synthetic indices account. Now let's hypothetically simulate a position. Let's say after your technical analysis, whatever you saw, let's assume maybe something like this. You saw a fair value gap this way, and you want to trade it, right? So let's say something like this. This is 1 hour time frame, drop to lower time frame, and you've seen price trading to the fair value gap and displacement, which is also a shift in market structure here. You sell this, and after this retracement, you want to go into the position. So let's assume you were trading off using OTE. Your OTE level, you drag, and price trades to the OTE, and the OTE is going to be your entry now. Let me put a box there. Fine. So this is your risk area being defined. From here to here, just below this low, is where your stop loss is placed at. Now, let's assume that, yes, you want to risk $50. You have $1,000 and you want to risk $50. So what position size will you be trading that if this trade goes against your analysis? What position size will you be trading that you should lose only $50 in the worst case scenario? Now, how you do it is simple. It's a very simple mathematics. this price level here. This is the entry, 2152, and this is the exit just below the major swing low here. This is the exit, and it's 2122. Now calculate the difference between 2152 and 2122. So the difference there is 30. Now you want to risk $50. What position size will you be trading? The money you are willing to risk, which is $50, divided by the point difference we calculated. 50 divided by the point difference we calculated, that is 30. Now what we have is 1.66. So this is the lot size you should be trading to limit this position to a $50 loss if you are wrong. Now reverse the mathematics to see if it's correct. The point difference was 30, so 1.66 multiplied by 30, what do we have? That's $50. So if you're going with 1.66 at this entry level at 2152 and Jordan comes straight and nullify your analysis by trading to 2122, then you will be exiting that position using losing just $50. Your risk will be limited to just $50. Now the calculation for all of the pairs in synthetic indices are the same except step index. Now for step index, it's actually up by multiplication of 10. So whatever calculation you do here in step index, it's multiplied by a factor of 10. I don't know why it's actually designed like this, but if you do the mathematical calculation, you will see that it's up by a factor of 10. So for example, if you calculate, let's assume maybe something like this. Let's assume you have maybe an entry like this and exit like this. So the entry 8695, your exit 8688. So do the mathematics. 8695 minus 8688. So the difference is 7 times 10. That is what is going to give you once you open a trade in it. So let's do something quickly there. Buying one lot in this synthetic indices. Now look at how the PNL is going to display. You can see that we are up with just 0.4, but then you have $4 here. So it means this whole number is not what is actually moving the price. So this is kind of up with the multiples of, times 10. So this price here is up with the multiples of times 10. So you can just assume what you're seeing here is 87,001 and not 8,701. So from what you can see from the price movement, you can see that one lot here is displaying $4 profit, while what is actually up by factor of 4 is just after the decimal, which is this is, let's assume this is $8,701. So what is actually up here is 4 cents. So for the asset to be up by 4 cents and you're actually up with $4, simply means this is up with some factors. So whatever calculation you do here is actually multiplied by 10 in step index. So this is the only one of the regular calculation. So once you do your calculation in step index, just understand that it is up by a factor of 10. Your point difference is up by a factor of 10. So once you have a point difference of, let's say, maybe 9, you can use this to calculate. Let's say maybe you want to risk $50 for 9 point difference in step index. So $50 divided by 9. This is not going to give you the accurate calculation. Rather, what you do is multiply that point, the 9 points, just multiply it by 10. So what you do is $50 divided by 90. Boom. So this gives you 0.55 points to trade that risk of 9 points in step index. So take note of this. And it's pretty the same calculation across board, other than the step index, which is up with factor of 5. For the Rex is still the same thing. So this is simply the method on how to calculate your position size, determine your position size and effectively manage your risk in synthetic indices. I hope you understand the point very well. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section, and see you in the next video.